Well, first of all, we in ASEAN see India as an important dialogue partner. India has been a dialogue partner for a long time, and we're working on the economic front. We have the ASEAN-India free trade agreement in goods. We could look at how we could strengthen that. And it's not just between ASEAN and India. We'd like to see India engaging us through the RCEP, the RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which India was negotiating from the very beginning, but at the end, India made a decision to opt out. We hope that India could come around and look at how it could rejoin RCEP, because India's participation in RCEP would be, would give it a tremendous boost. We agreed on the strategic partnership last year, and I think there are many important dimensions to our relationship. The bilateral relations are important because, in terms of trade, the trade volume between our two countries is growing, and we've set an ambitious target, to increase the trade between our two countries, the value of trade between our two countries. And I think we can reach the goal that we have set. We have to look at maybe what are more promotional activities, but we also have to look at some of the impediments, whether it's some of the tariffs or non-tariff barriers, and see what we can do about them on both sides. But I'm really looking also at investment. Corporations, Thai investors want to come and do business in India. It's a huge market. But also, investment from India to Thailand, because we are a fairly big market, but we are also the gateway to ASEAN. And ASEAN is now integrating more economically. So we see ourselves as a gateway to ASEAN. But at the same time, our relations go beyond the bilateral ties. I think we are trying to build closer links between our two regions, South and Southeast Asia, two very dynamic regions, and we have such frameworks as BIMSTEC, and you were there for the BIMSTEC summit. We have the Mekong Kanka, and also we have the ASEAN-India, dialogue partnership, right? And so between our two regions, I think we also see Thailand and India as partners in working to strengthen cooperation. Yes, well, of course, first, as I mentioned, I'd like to strengthen the partnership between our two countries, bilateral and regional, and on some of the global issues, particularly climate change, pandemics. These are issues that Mr. Jaishankar has talked a lot about as well. But there are specific issues that I think why I'm here on some specific issues. First, we both have concern about the cyber scams, and the problem is becoming more serious along the Thai-Myanmar border, along the Thai-Cambodia border. And as you may have heard, there was a crackdown on these operations recently, and over 1,000 Indians fled to Thailand, and we had to provide them with assistance. And we know that there are more there in these places where scam operations are taking advantage of everyone. And so I think Thailand and India will have to work together, and not just Thailand and India, but other countries within the region and beyond will have to work together. And we are proposing to have an international conference on cybersecurity, focusing in particular on cyber scams. And the objective is to enhance international cooperation in terms of intelligence sharing, in terms of law enforcement. And we hope that India can co-host this international conference.
When is that, sir?
On the 17th of December.
Okay. Are we also expecting Indian participation?
Well, I am not just participation. I hope that India can co-host. Well, it's not just for Thailand. I think the target is both countries have set that target, and especially now that we're facing tariffs imposed by the United States, all of us will have to diversify, intensify the trading relations that we have now. And with India, I think there's a lot of potential. So first, the potential that exists between our two countries. I think we can do more. Second, because the current environment that we face with the tariffs compels us to diversify, to enhance the trading relationship that we have already.
And so,
well, first of all, we in ASEAN see India as an important dialogue partner. India has been a dialogue partner for a long time, and we're working on the economic front. We have the ASEAN-India free trade agreement in goods. We could look at how we could strengthen that. And it's not just between ASEAN and India. We'd like to see India engaging us through the RCEP, the RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which India was negotiating from the very beginning, but at the end, India made a decision to opt out. We hope that India could come around and look at how it could rejoin RCEP, because India's participation in RCEP would give it a tremendous boost. Well, that's an important aspect of the relationship. I know that India has security concerns, such as the question of terrorism. India is especially concerned about maritime security, because the sea lanes that connect the Pacific and the Indian Oceans are basically one single strategic domain. And it's important because it's important. The sea lanes carry so much of the world's commerce, oil, and that's why we have to maintain security of the sea lanes, freedom of navigation. I think this is where India and Thailand, and not just India and Thailand, but countries in the region, especially ASEAN, we're working closely together on maritime security. India is a member of the ADMM Plus, the ASEAN Defense Ministerial Meeting Plus. And so, and I think one aspect of our defense cooperation that I'd like to probe further is cooperation in defense industries. We'd like to, of course, we don't produce the weapons that we need. Some of them we have to purchase from other countries like India. But we believe that we can produce some of the weapons domestically. And we'd like to work, and India has the technology. And so we'd like to work with India in defense technology, producing, let's say, armored vehicles, producing military vehicles, producing munitions, for instance.